that, mommy, so much heaters it have all. You cannot get a water heater. I have to say how much our father before I go under the water. I go and buy LA Jupini tomorrow for one. And verity. At LA Jupini, we want you to have hot water at home. Visit us and ask about our Solar Dynamics water heating system. Showers and baths can become more enjoyable. Laundry can be cleaned better with Solar Dynamics water heating system. Your water is heated naturally and you save money on your electricity bill. Call us today, 448-2310, and ask about our layaway plan. Come home to quality, only at LA Jupini.
Hi, I am Thea Lafo-Gatson, and you're listening to DBS Radio.
This is your nation station, DBS Radio.
News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: the Chief Executive Officer of the International Airport Development Company says the facility is on course for completion in 2027. DBS Radio holds prize-giving ceremony for 2025 reading competition. A Portsmouth man is shot dead. St. Lucia, they're breaking ground on a $143 million Halls of Justice project. And news from the international scene: the U.S. Secretary of State Rubio meets Netanyahu to discuss fallout from Israel's Qatar strike. Details of the morning news right after this.
Are you tired of having the same boring breakfast every morning? Well, Monflake Oats is the healthy and perfect solution just for you. Make your breakfast exciting by adding Monflakes to your pancakes, parfait, or even milkshake. Monflake can be found in different sizes and available in granola, such as Caribbean or Hawaiian. Stop worrying about what to prepare for your breakfast, dessert, snack, or even dinner. Monflake is the best addition to your meal. Grab yourself a bag today.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods Inc. and available island-wide.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. My name is Curtis Matthew. The news this morning brought to listeners through the kind compliments of HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, Fine Foods Inc., and Petro Caribe. The Chief Executive Officer of the International Airport Development Company, Samuel Johnson, says the facility is on course for completion in 2027. He says construction of the landside facilities has begun.
The foundation works are on the way, with the foundation for the terminal, which is right behind me, progressing satisfactorily. The intent is for by this time next year to have all the landside facilities up, and that includes the terminal, the FBO, the hangar, the air traffic control tower, cargo facility, as well as the air rescue and firefighting facility. So you can see the layout has already been done. We're standing right now in the parking lot of the terminal, and folks would have probably heard repeatedly over time about notification for blasting going on at the terminal site. So this is the end result of that. This used to be like a mountain that was cut down and blasted down to the foundation level. That makes it possible to commence with the construction of the landside facilities. In addition to that, the major works on the runway and developing the runway platform for the runway strip is ongoing. We finished the 4 culverts that were under construction, and that facilitated the backfilling of the platform. And you can see the platform, about 65% of the platform is at that finished foundation level, on top of which the substructure and the asphalt will be placed for the runway. Right immediately in front of the terminal will be the apron, and there again you will see that piece has been done already. So all is progressing satisfactorily. We're still slightly ahead of schedule. God willing, we will keep it that way and are on track for 2027.
And that's the Chief Executive Officer of the Dominica International Airport Development Company, Samuel Johnson. Meanwhile, Managing Director of the National Bank of Dominica, Annette Lestrade, has described the International Airport project as a game changer for Dominica. She says the National Bank of Dominica is looking forward to introduce services at the International Airport.
It was truly inspiring and exciting to witness the tremendous progress being made on Dominica's International Airport. This project is really going to be a game changer for our nation. It will open new doors for connectivity, for tourism and economic growth. The NBD, as Dominica's leading financial institution, is proud of what has been achieved so far and even more excited about what lies ahead. We see great opportunities to introduce some of our financial products and services. We think that we will be able to make banking easier and more accessible and convenient for travelers and businesses alike. And just as importantly, we are eager to support micro, small and medium enterprises. Anyone who wishes to establish a presence in and around the airport space. By empowering local entrepreneurs, we ensure that the benefits of this landmark development reaches everyone and every community. NBD is committed to standing alongside our nation in this journey of growth and transformation.
A Managing Director of the National Bank of Dominica, Annette Lestrade. Dominica Scout Commissioner, the Chief Scout Commissioner, Davidson John, says scouting is needed now more than ever to help deal with the issues facing Dominican boys. John made the statement at the presentation of warrant ceremony to commissioners, presentation of beads and certification of trainers at Goodwill Parish Hall at the weekend.
The situation we are hearing for our young people, especially our men, they need us more than ever before. I will do whatever I can as the Chief Commissioner to work with you to bring the result we are looking for, to enhance our young men and women, but more so our men, because our male figure is becoming something else in this country. So we need to put a brakes on them and to see how we can better things in this country. Commissioners, I want to thank you especially today for taking up that responsibility as you have received your new appointment for the next 3 years. And I also want to thank the training team for accepting to be part of the training team to work with the commissioners to train our young men and women in this country. I want to say we have a strong executive led by President Timothy. We have a strong Commissioners Council led by your humble servant, David St. John. We will do the best we can to bring some result in our young people in this country. We will continue to work with the Girl Guides Association jointly, not only as partners, but we are brothers and sisters in these two organizations. So we'll do whatever we can to work together to bring the growth and development of scouting in our country.
And that's the Chief Scout Commissioner, Davidson John. He also says the elevation of 2 women from the Kalinago territory as commissioners is a historic occasion for the Dominica Scouts Association. 33-year-old Dwight Maxime has been shot dead at Portsmouth. Maxime was shot dead around 12:30 this morning at Harbour Lane in Portsmouth. The police said their investigation into the matter is ongoing. Meantime, a Dominican student was shot and killed in St. Kitts at the weekend. 18-year-old Sean Kadim John, a student of Washington Archibald High School, was found in a pool of blood at his home. Reports are he received a single bullet to the head. The authorities have not disclosed the circumstances surrounding the shooting. His family is from Gota in Dominica, and it was his mother who discovered him in a pool of blood when she came home. We'll bring you some more details on that story. A promotional campaign of the World Creole Music Festival has been held in the French Antilles. Creole and Cultural Ambassador Leroy Waddix Charles was among a delegation in the French Antilles.
I was honored to be part of a strong team that represented the past, present, and future of the festival. Mr. Sobers Esprit, Deputy Chairman of Discover Dominica Authority, a stalwart who has been in the festival from its inception. Ms. Marva Williams, CEO of Discover Dominica Authority, who herself has risen through the ranks of the World Creole Music Festival and tourism over the years, a passionate cultural and tourism pillar, a true festivals guru, and Ms. Ayodele Andrew, events coordinator of the Dominica Festivals Committee, representing the new energy and drive that will carry the festival forward. Together, this team embodied the evolution of the World Creole Music Festival, a living story of what the festival was, what it is today, and what it will become in the future. This Jubilee journey in the French West Indies was more than a promotional tour. It was a cultural reaffirmation, a celebration of our heritage, and a forward-looking statement of intent. From this week onward, it is clear that an effort should be made to continue this past, present, future storytelling concept throughout the promotional activities leading up to the grand celebration in October. This approach allows us not only to market the event, but also to honor the journey, the people, and the spirit that made the World Creole Music Festival what it is. A true world-class event rooted in Creole culture and Creole pride. Merci la Guadeloupe. Merci la Martinique. What an overwhelming, successful promotional campaign. Dominica, brace up for the multitudes that will transcend on the Nature Isle during this year's 25th anniversary celebrations of the World Creole Music Festival. We are culture, we are magic, we are networking, we are camaraderie. We'll culminate Dominica, the true Creole capital of the world. I am Leroy Waddix Charles, Creole and Cultural Ambassador of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
And DBS Radio will honor the winners of the 2025 DBS Radio Felix Henderson National Reading Competition, organized in collaboration with the Ministry of Education. The awards ceremony will be held this morning at the conference room of the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, starting at 10:30.
This year's competition was held under the theme Reading and Calypso and was won by Kiaria John of the Sinico Primary School. We are so proud to honor all 10 finalists who will each receive special cash and in-kind prizes, including this year's Kianelia Barry awardee. A heartfelt thank you goes out to every school that participated this year, and of course to our generous sponsors whose support continues to make this event possible year after year. We are encouraging all our listeners and supporters of the competition to tune in via DBS Radio or DBS Radio's social media pages to join us as we award this year's readers.
And that's the coordinator of the DBS Radio Felix Henderson National Reading Competition, Kashina Joseph. Construction is underway on the Halls of Justice in Castries, a $143 million project expected to bolster St. Lucia's judicial system by housing major courts under one roof for the first time. Construction is scheduled to take 2 years and is being carried out under a build, operate, lease, transfer arrangement. Private developer Themis Holdings Limited through NH International will finance, design and construct the complex before leasing it back to the government for 12 years. At the end of the period, the state will take full ownership for a nominal sum of $1. The facility will bring one criminal, civil, family and commercial court in the common space. Finally, this morning, the U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, is meeting Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Jerusalem with the aftermath of Israel's strike in Qatar expected to be high on the agenda. Last week's strike, which targeted senior Hamas leaders on the close U.S. allies' territory, drew international outrage and was criticized by the U.S. President, Donald Trump. It is 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. That's news. Don't go away. The sports report comes up shortly.
Yummy. Yummy. Looking for something sweet, chewy, delicious, or even crunchy? We've got you covered. Mars and Wrigley's products are the perfect pick for all your sweet tooth cravings. Available in M&M's, Twix, Milky Way, Snickers, Skittles, and even gummies. So next time your cravings are at an all-time high, choose Mars and Wrigley's.
Available at Fine Foods Inc. distribution or your favorite supermarket island-wide.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles. nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Here's a quick tip from NBD.
A quick tip from the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Scammers may send fake emails or texts. Remember, NBD will never ask you to reset your more banking password or share your card PIN, CVV, or other sensitive information this way. Stay alert. Stay secure. When in doubt, contact NBD, your partner, your bank.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with track and field news. Dominica has gotten its journey underway at the World Athletics Championships in Japan. The national athlete Denick Luke took part in the men's 400-meter hurdles event a few moments ago. Joining us live in sports this morning is the sports editor, Gavin Richards, with a report on proceedings. Let's now join Gavin Richards.
Well, good morning, Curtis, and good morning to the listeners of DBS Radio. And like we said, Denick Luke, our national athlete, took part in the men's 400-meter hurdles event just a short while ago. Of course, Denick Luke would have represented Dominica at the Olympics twice, running in the 800-meter event and the 400-meter hurdles. A sort of new event for him. He had a big chance or big opportunity to participate in the NACA Games last month and did quite well there. But Denick Luke this morning, he ran 49.32 seconds to finish in 8th place in his heat. Of course, he was running in heat number 4, lane number 5, and he ran 49.32 seconds to finish 8th out of 9 runners in the men's 400-meter hurdles heats. And of course, that 49.32 seconds, just a bit off his national record of 48.82 seconds. And Denick Luke was not among the top 20 to qualify for the semifinals of that event. He actually finished 24th out of about 35 runners. So Denick Luke not successful in his bid to qualify for the next round of the World Championships, and that's in the 400-meter hurdle event.
Well, thank you very much, the sports editor, Gavin Richards. Well, Team Dominica will be back in action again tomorrow morning as triple jumper Thea Laffogatson competes in the women's triple jump. Meanwhile, yesterday, Jamaica took 1 and 2 in the men's 100 meters finals.
This time they're away. It's a decent start by Lyles, but not a brilliant one. Thompson's in the driving seat here, but watch Seville on the near side. It's ever so close. Seville from Thompson. Lyles at last is beaten. It's a Jamaican 1-2. Lyles took the bronze this time. What a moment for Oblique Seville to finally deliver on all that promise from all those years. And in front of Usain Bolt, he's become the first Jamaican champion for a decade.
And Jamaica taking the 1 and 2 Oblique Seville, beating the favourites Keishan Thompson and Noah Lice to take the 1 and 2. St. Lucia's Julian Alfred won the bronze in the women's 100 meters final. And of course, bronze medal for St. Lucia at the games. Some basketball news now. Zach Bastian continued to show why he is the front runner for the DABA Division 1 MVP as he put in another solid performance to help the Dr. Daru Pishley Sports Club Falcons to victory in Game 1 of the Division 1 finals against the West Coast Ballers. Bastian got 38 points as the Falcons took the game 1 in the best-of-5 series, 81-69. Mishak Dubule also added 13 for the Falcons, while the West Coast Ballers Sharon Vidal had 16, Shalon Vidal 14, and Dean Vidal 12. Falcons head coach Yannick Regis was pleased with the team in Game 1.
A good game all in all. We had some little mistakes, but I can't blame the guys too much. They played a good game, a defensive-oriented game, and it led to us scoring out of baskets in transition, and that's what we're looking for.
What are some of the areas you might probably want to address as you head to Game 2?
Well, turnovers, Gavin. Turnovers, my team is prone to turnovers, and we just had to try and limit those turnovers. The inclusion of Mishak back into the fold was a big help to us. Yawani keeps playing his role as a leader on the team, but all in all, we play out too loose with the ball, and we need to tighten up those areas of our game if we look to win game 2.
We didn't see that sort of big game from Kareem that we are accustomed of seeing. How do you plan on, getting him more involved offensively for game 2?
Definitely. This game was maybe Kareem's lowest scoring game so far. Next game, we have to try and emphasize bringing the ball in the center. We have a huge size advantage. We need to take advantage of that size advantage, Gavin, and I think we're going to have a game plan, a couple of practices before game 2, and maybe we can find the correct plays so that we can utilize Kareem.
And that's the Falcons head coach Yannick Regis. The West Coast Ballers team captain Sharon Vidal says his team had too many errors.
We need to stay locked in when it comes to defense. Defense is the most important thing in the game. Because if you let them get out in transition, they are a young team, they are a running team, and they can control their pace. So once you let them get into transition, it's over for us.
You did a good job in keeping Kareem quiet tonight, but Zach and Meshach, had their way with you guys. So what sort of adjustments might you be looking at making for game 2?
Stop the ball early. We can allow them to reach independent and then try to stop them and not be in proper position and get fouls, make it easier on the referee to blow calls on us. We have to make sure we stop them at the top, make sure they not be able to get in the paint. So just stop them early. That's just all you need to do.
Dean had a very big game for you guys, but had some foul trouble. What sort of impact do you think it had on you guys?
Well, Dean is one of our key players, and I'd like to say I'm very disappointed in his performance today because he did not give us quality minutes. He couldn't stay because he's in foul trouble. So the petty fouls, as I said, get into position quicker and just play solid defense.
Backing your guys to come back in the series?
Yeah, man. This one game is best out of 5. You gotta lose your head when you lose one game. That's just playoffs. That's finals. So you just need to stay focused and looking for the next game.
And that's the West Coast Ballers captain, Sharon Vidal. The Falcons lead the 5-match series 1-0. Meantime, Cedric Joseph continued with his dominance down low as the defending champions, the Detroit Blazers, edged out the Dr. Daru Pishley Sports Club Falcons in overtime thriller as the Premier League continued last weekend. Joseph got 21 points. Kirby Nanton added 19 as the Blazers won 83-82 to remain on top the point standings in the Premier League. Maxwell Birmingham also added 14 points for the Blazers, while JV Bellot had 18, Yawani Regis 21, and Kioma Telemac 13 for the Falcons. In the other Premier League action, the Police suffered their 10th straight loss of the season as they went down to the Hilltop Services Prowlers 69-56. For the Prowlers, Thomas Felix had 17, Josiah Modest and Samuel Bellot had 14 points, while for the Police, Patrick Bethelmy had 30 and Shyla Farrell with 17. Some football news now. The national women's football team went down to host country St. Vincent and the Grenadines as the Windward Islands Women's Football Tournament got underway Sunday in St. Vincent. Dominica went down 2-0 to St. Vincent Sunday night. In the other match, St. Lucia beat Barbados 2-1. The tournament continues Tuesday with Dominica playing St. Lucia at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. St. Vincent will play St. Lucia at 7 o'clock. Some volleyball news. Sunrise middle blocker Nesta James and R&D Academy outside hitter Kyron Phillip are the 2 newcomers to the senior men's national volleyball team as Dominica gets set to participate in the 2025 ECVA Men's Final Four tournament, which gets underway in Antigua this week. The Dominica Amateur Volleyball Association named its 10-member squad on the weekend. Also making a return to the team is the veteran Ronald Joseph. The national team is captained by Jan Flora. The rest of the team is Ronald Joseph, Mervyn Mingo, Nesta James, Jaden Robinson, Sidney John, Ethan Boland, Larian Tulloch, Kyron Phillip, and Sharon Vidal. Well, the team is coached by Itoma James. The tournament, which also features Grenada, St. Lucia, and Antigua, will run from September 19 to the 21st. Some more cricket news. Half centuries for Quinton Sampson and Shimron Hetmeyer, and a 5-wicket haul from Gudakesh Moti as the Guyana Amazon Warriors beat the Barbados Royals by 64 runs in the Republic Bank CPL last night. Guyana took the first knock. They made 189 for 6. Hetmyer got 68, Samson 50. Shafane Rutherford got 2 for 35 for the Royals. The Royals were then bowled out for 125, with Gudakesh Moti taking 5 for 21. The win means that the Warriors will finish in second place in the point standings. The Guyana captain, Imran Tahir.
Like I said before, we have not been playing our top cricket, but it's nice to see, we came yesterday, showed some character and come in today and obviously bowl the team out. So, I'm really pleased with the boys.
Yeah, there must be several things that you're really pleased with. I mean, playoffs, that opening pair all sorted now?
Yeah, it seems like it. We asked Samson to do the job. He'll come up obviously with his own plan, and he showed a big character and heart, and I think that's what you want to see from a guy who just come in the team and I think want the opportunity badly, and that's what he showed, so quite appreciate the job he done so far.
Captain, sets your sights on the St. Lucia Kings. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, definitely. Look, we just want to play good cricket, and that's what we're hoping. We turn up, and we need to be wanted badly. And that's what I'm hoping to see from the boys. And we've got 2-3 days off. We're just going to go plan nicely and come back strongly.
And that's the Guyana Amazon Warriors captain, Imran Tahir. Last night's result means that the Warriors will play first place the St. Lucia Kings in the qualifier on Wednesday, while the third place Trinbago Knight Riders will play the fourth place Antigua Falcons in the eliminator on Tuesday. Finally, this morning, let's stay with cricket news. The Barbados Royals women's team made it 3 wins in a row as they beat the Guyana Amazon Warriors as the women's CPL continued Sunday. Barbados posted 132 for 6 in their 20 overs batting first. Chinelle Henry made 46. Shamari Adapathu got 37. Harris got 3 for 28 for Guyana. Guyana got 129 for 8 in their 20 overs. Amy Hunter got 63. Shemaine Campbell had 40. Shamari Adapathu took 3 for 25 for the Royals. The Royals winning by 3 runs. That too is a look at the DBS major morning news and sports. Let's remind you, 10:30 this morning, we go to the conference room at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital to bring you the prize-giving ceremony for the Felix Henderson DBS reading competition for 2025. All the winners and all the finalists will be awarded this morning. You don't want to miss that function live on DBS and all its frequencies and its Facebook pages. You don't want to miss that grand ceremony this morning at 10:30. Well, that's a look at news and sports. We'll bring you another major news package at 1:15 on behalf of the news and sports departments and our link person, Hazari Williams. My name is Curtis Matthew, wishing you a very pleasant day today.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Here's a quick tip from NBD.
A quick tip from the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Scammers may send fake emails or texts. Remember, NBD will never ask you to reset your more banking password or share your card PIN, CVV, or other sensitive information this way. Stay alert. Stay secure. When in doubt, contact NBD, your partner, your bank.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com